What's up, guys? So this video is really late and I apologize. There was a lot of things going on during the time of the Video Game Awards when this gameplay was shown that I wasn't really feeling up to recording a reaction, or even I didn't have time to record anything after that. So I'm mostly going to be talking about things that I have an opinion on or things that I have something to say about. So yeah, gluten tastes good. It's just a little piece. God. I do not like thunder. I do not like thunder. So the first thing I have to mention is this person. I thought this person was Liam, but I kind of put two and two together because the picture was shown and then they talked about Liam and I was like, oh, it must be Liam. This is the galaxy map. It looks pretty much like the previous Mass Effect galaxy maps. I don't see much difference. I think the most revealing thing here is that we get a name of a planet, Kadara, and also what seems to be the cluster, or maybe the system, Govorkam or Govorkam. But I think the most important thing in this scene is that it says M4 hunting the Archon. Wait, you mean this Archon? This is most likely an acronym. I've seen them use this symbol, but it no longer has this Archon on it. And this Archon is spelled A-R-C-H-O-N. Hunting kind of suggests that you're trying to capture something. This is probably my favorite part of the whole gameplay because we see two new characters, specifically this awesome female Turian. So later on in the gameplay we see the little icons on the bottom, the little party member icons, and it has an icon of what seems to be this Turian, and in the top corner it says Vetra's loyalty mission or something like that. So I'm pretty sure that her name is Vetra. And then of course this Krogan, which I think looks really cool. This is most likely Drac. Caroline Livingston said on Twitter that Drac was voiced by Stanley Townsend. I love his little horn or bone accessories that he has around his crest. It looks so cool. I had never seen a Krogan like him. Like he has like these little horns coming out of his chin and they look like a beard.
Sam, tell me about Sloane Kelly.
Before joining the initiative as head of Nexus Security, Miss Kelly served in the Alliance with a nearly spotless record.
I think SAM is an acronym. In the Game Informer article, it said that Ryder had an implant that where he or she could communicate with the system computer. So I'm pretty sure that this is Sam. I love the way he sounds. He sounds kind of like Jude Law or something like that, or kind of like in Iron Man. What was his name? Before he was Vision, he was one of the most revealing things in this whole gameplay, I think, more than anything, is that I believe we just saw one of the new species. They just walk right past it like nothing, and I was like, wait, what? I believe it's Mac Walters that says that there's two fighting factions. So I think this is probably one of the factions. And it kind of goes back to what I had thought originally, where I was like, there must be a group of people, or some of the arcs arrived in Andromeda before you did, before the Hyperion did. Because for them to already have factions and the factions already be fighting each other and stuff like that, it's like they've been here for a while. And later on there's also something that kind of suggests as to what the name of these factions are. It says the Collective and the Outcast. Another thing we see here is the dialogue system. So we all know now that there is no more Paragon and Renegade system. So the dialogue wheel looks a little bit more like Dragon Age Inquisition's wheel, or like Dragon Age 2, where you could kind of see a symbol and you get an idea of what you're saying, or what this dialogue choice is going to lead to. Is it a sarcastic thing? It's not just, oh, it's Paragon and Renegade. In this one, I was a little bit confused because it shows the head with a little squiggly line in it, and I thought, okay, that's like a confusion type of thing. Like it looks like it's you're confused, but it says let's cut to the chase. So I was like, why is it squiggly? Why are you being squiggly? Don't be squiggly with me, girl. And then we also get the glimpse of the trigger system now. Instead of it being Paragon or Renegade triggers, it's now something more clear, it says either this on, like in here it says disarm, or it'll say shoot. In this scene we finally see the UI. On the top left hand side it says current zone strength, and sometimes it says rich, or sometimes it says high, sometimes it says depleted, and sometimes it says out of range. I'm getting the impression that that has to do with the minerals or anything that you can mine in this area, like in Mass Effect 2 when you would launch your probes to get specific minerals. Sometimes it would say rich and sometimes it would say low. One thing that I don't really like, I've never been a fan of this map, the top map with the little dots and the little like northwest. I hate this map. This map was very similar to the Skyrim map. I always preferred the circle map on the bottom, like in Dragon Age Inquisition, like in Witcher 3. That map always was just, it was fine to me. Like it made sense. In Dragon Age Inquisition, it was very limited. It was just like a circle, and then you would, yeah, it didn't have anything. But in like Witcher 3, it really helps. It really helps because you can see the roads and stuff, and it's just, why can't they just do something simple like that? Like, the scanning at the bottom, you see 3 icons. One of them says AI, but the other ones I don't know what they stand for. But this scene and another scene, it makes me think that you can level up the Andromeda initiative, kind of like you could level up the Inquisition in Dragon Age Inquisition, where it's like you get perks or something for the whole Andromeda initiative or the Nexus.
Look for anything that might lead us to the killer. Fits the Rokar profile. It's a start.
Good evening. I think I'm gonna like Reyes. I never wear shoes because they make me fall down. Whoever guesses what that's from in the comments down below, you get cookies. This is where Ryder says Angaran blood, and we also hear of the Rokar profile, or like the Rokar theory. Is the Rokar a species? Are the Angaran another species and the Rokar another species, or what is Rokar? So in this combat sequence, we see quite a few things fighting each other. It's you fighting against these raiders, and then you see the Remnant also. The Remnant are like fighting the raiders as well, and I was like, are the Remnant on your side? But then later you kind of see that you do destroy one of the Remnant, and then off to the distance you could see Remnant fighting a fiend. It just happened to be that everyone was there and they just aggroed everybody in the vicinity or something. We also see the new species. I think it's the same species that I was talking about that we saw in that like marketplace area. This little pod that drops down, I think, is probably a forward station, because it said in the Game Informer article that you drop these forward stations that are kind of like camps from orbit, and then it shows a little bit of the crafting system, or at least the customization of your equipment and stuff like that there. And the rest of it is pretty much just a few combat scenes, nothing too revealing. It just makes me excited to see more. Some of the abilities in place just look really cool, like the shield that you put up, the flamethrower. It looked, and I love the jetpack, so I think it's going to be cool. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of what I think is the new species, and also anything that I may have missed. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and I should go.